There are two ways to run a company or a business. The first one is where you spend a lot of money. You want to fail fast, learn fast, and build fast. The only objective in that approach is to be the first player in implementing that innovation. While the other, you try to create a product that is as efficient as possible in economical, financial, and technological perspective. The only objective in this approach is to build the best product in the market. There is no good or bad approach. It all matters which one works for you. Hello everyone, my name is Ranjan Batra and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Ranjan Batra Tech Talks. Here's a story that begins in two completely different rooms. One room was freezing, literally a warehouse where engineers wore in winter jackets inside because the heater did not work. Their tools, they bought it on eBay. Their founder was quietly selling a billions of dollars of his other company just to keep the lights on. Their mission, they want to build a rocket that lands on its tail like it's parking a car. Slow, secret, methodical, while the other room was across the country in the noisy corner of Los Angeles. It was started in a rented warehouse that smelled like machine oil. The founder was invested $100 million of his own money, hired a tiny team and told them going to Mars, even though the company couldn't build a reliable fuel tank yet, and their goal was to build rockets cheaper, faster, and push boundaries even if it meant blowing things up. Two companies, two billionaires, as you might have guessed. It's SpaceX and Elon Musk, and Blue Origin and Jeff Bezos. Two opposite philosophies, one mission, reusable rockets. And let's roll back to the early days. Blue Origin's first flight machine was Sharon, $50,000 test powered by four second-hand jet engines they got from Czech Republic. It barely reached the height of a small skyscraper, but it mastered one trick that mattered the most: go up, stabilize, return, and land softly. While the other, SpaceX's first rocket was Falcon 1, a skinny booster flying from a remote island in the Pacific. The first three launches failed. Engine exploded, fuel lines clogged, a stage bumped into another stage. By the third failure, Elon Musk said SpaceX had no money for one more attempt. Falcon 1 succeeded on that last try and SpaceX survived by a thread. Meanwhile, Blue Origin was operating from the shadows. No public failures, no live streams, no big announcements, just quiet engineering. Their milestone moment came in 2015 when New Shepard became the first rocket in history launch past the Kármán line and land vertically. They used BE-3 engine that throttled down to just 18% power and precision so delicate that even today it looks unreal. And just 1 month later to that, SpaceX landed Falcon 9 for the first time. But here's a twist. SpaceX was landing an orbital class rocket that was returning from thousands of kilometers downrange. Much harder physics, different missions, and different scales. But both rockets touched down like any science fictional movie. And here's where the comparison gets fascinating. In terms of their technology, Blue Origin chose liquid hydrogen for New Shepard. Super clean, ultra cold, hard to work it but extremely efficient. While SpaceX chose RP-1 kerosene for Falcon 9 that was cheap, powerful, reliable, less efficient, but easier to handle. Let's talk about the philosophy of both the companies. Blue Origin, Grad team, ferociter. Step by step, ferociously, slow cautious, perfect the system before pushing limits. SpaceX, move fast, break things and learn. Explode, redesign, explode again, accelerate, iterate, and that was their philosophy. Their Starship test looks like controlled chaos but generate massive leaps forward. Let's talk about their launches. Blue Origin lost 3 boosters during early testing that were expensive but private failures. SpaceX lost dozens publicly, loudly, and intentionally accepting failures as the price of speed. Now let's talk about human flight. Blue Origin sent Jeff Bezos, Valley Funk at 82, the oldest person in space, and some scientific payloads. SpaceX, they sent NASA astronauts, private crews, tourists orbiting the entire Earth for days, and crews to the ISS. Now let's talk about their next generation rockets. Blue Origin has New Glenn, that is 7 BE-4 engines the methane powered and landing on a barge in the ocean and built for heavy lift, long-term reuse and low-cost satellites. While SpaceX has Starship, the tallest, most powerful rocket ever made that runs on methane raptors, that is designed to carry 100 plus tons of orbit refuel in space and eventually reach Mars. Now we have talked about their philosophy, their strategies. Now which path is better? Which approach will win? Slow and safe or fast and explosive? Quiet engineering or loud breakthroughs? Methane elegance or a methane brute force? In my perspective, both companies are writing history in totally different ways. And honestly, it's up to you, the viewer, to decide which story you connect with more. Two companies, two visions, two futures for humanity in space. You tell me which one feels like the future you want.